Hello folks, my name's David Edgar, I'm the host of Heart and Hand, the Rangers podcast, and I'm joining you literally just in the door after Rangers, I was going to say performance, but I don't think that does it justice, at Rugby Park tonight against Killie. Rangers were awful, didn't start that way for the first 22 minutes, played quite well, scored a goal, debutant Jermaine Defoe, after a kind of crazy stramash. 2 saves from the goalkeeper, 1 off the line, and then he was there to tap in the rebound. That's, if you want positive, that's what we've been missing, a poacher that can put the ball in the back of the net in those circumstances. But on 22 minutes, Joe Worrell has made a catastrophic howler, and Eamon Brophy's took the ball off him under no pressure at all, really. He had the ball facing up the whole pitch and just stopped, and Brophy took the ball off him, ran off and scored. And Rangers then just couldn't get anything going at all. Really poor from then on in. But just to put the shit cherry on top of a jizz cake, Gareth McCauley in the second half lets Jordan Jones, of all people, run with the ball and then doesn't put in a challenge. Too late to get to him. Jones hits a shot and Alan McGregor should save it and doesn't. And it's 2-1 Kilmarnock. And the worst part of it is that while Rangers didn't deserve anything, it wasn't like Killie had us in the back foot. It wasn't like Killie were all over us or barring us. Killie worked hard. They made it difficult for our players. They got in people's faces. They won free kicks, none of which I'm being critical of, incidentally. That's a tactic and it works for them. And they'd done it against us at Ibrox in the 1-1 draw. And we allowed them to get in our heads and frustrate us. And we did it again tonight, which is just shambolic, really. The manager's going to have to take a fair bit of criticism tonight because he changed his system. We went 4-4-2 in a diamond, and it's tough to judge because for the first 20 minutes it was looking pretty good. After it was a shambles, but then there's not a lot a manager, I suppose, can do when his players are playing so badly, but he's got to look at why they do this so often away from home. This isn't the first time we've seen this from a Rangers team when they come up against any adversity away from home, that they just cannot seem to respond to it at all. And yeah, I'm kind of lost for words at the ineptness of Rangers' performance. Really nothing went well at all, and in the second half, as my co-podder Hoggy said, when the boy came out with a board that said 4 minutes, he said he could come out with 44 with no scoring, and that was the impression. It'll get traced back to Worrell's blunder, and I can understand why. I don't think our fans particularly have taken to Joe Worrell anyway, and he got a bit of credit in the bank with an excellent Old Firm performance, but I don't think it'll take a lot for fans to go back to their previous opinion of him. And tonight, he had a horror show of a display. I mean, he was awful. In the first half in particular, he was just... I couldn't believe what I was watching. I mean, the passing was terrible. He looked short of confidence. His head went... I was surprised he came back out for the second half because I thought his head had gone. And to be fair, he got through the second half without any major problems. But it was just a shambles from I was going to say from start to finish, but that's not fair. From losing that goal to finish, it was a shambles. And Rangers are going to have to take a long, hard look at themselves about what went wrong tonight. The new boys didn't play well. Nobody did apart from Ryan Kent. I think Ryan Kent at least tried to make stuff happen, but Ryan Kent apart, it's very difficult to pick out anyone who contributed. And it wasn't even that we had a lot of players who maybe didn't have the best game. We had a lot of players who were out and out bad tonight. The centre backs were appalling. James Tavernier was really poor. His passing was terrible. Into the midfield, Ryan Jack, didn't see him very much. Scott Arfield tried to get involved, couldn't. Davis, passing was off. Defoe, not involved by his goal. Morelos even didn't have a good game. And people will look at the system, but I understand you want to change things and try things. I'm not sure Kilmarnock away is a place to do that. Me personally, I'd have stuck to the 4-4-2. And certainly should have went to the 4-3-3 with Candace pretty quickly after half time and didn't. And yeah, like I say, it's disappointing because it's not like Alan McGregor's made save after save. I think that it's more a case of us just contriving somehow to say to Kilmarnock, "I on you's go and get these 3 points." And when a team beats you by playing exceptionally well, it's one thing, it's tough to take. But when a team beats you because they are average to they're hard-working, I'm not being fair there, but they don't do anything special in an attacking sense, but you just give them the 3 points, then that's a tough one to take. And it hands back the 3 points that we took in the New Year win over Celtic. Yeah, not a lot of positives and continuing problems, which, things, Davis will get better, Defoe will get better, we know that, but you cannot continually turn up away from home and play like that. And there are several on that starting lineup who have turned up away from home and played like that. This is not the first time. 17 points out of 30 against top six sides tells you that story. And it's gutting. It's really poor. I lost feeling in my toes tonight due to the cold for that, and it wasn't. I don't think it was a fair trade, in all honesty. Well, thank you very much for joining me for the first of these little, I don't know, vlogs, whatever they call them there. What do the kids call them? But thank you for tuning in anyway, and I will be back on Sunday after what promises to be quite a difficult trip to Livingston to another plastic pitch. Till then, have a good one. Take care. Bye.